Hey everybody, and welcome back. I'm Steve Piacenza.
Thanks for joining us today. My name is Cathie Fillion.
And today is kind of a blue day here on Make It With Mod Podge.
We've got, not sad blue.
Not sad blue.
Happy blue.
But blue.
We got some boho beach decor that we're gonna show you how to make. And one of my favorite things about these projects today is that we're not using paint to create that blue. We're using tissue paper.
And Mod Podge, of course.
Yes, and we're using Mod Podge gloss, just the original basic. All these projects are super easy to do, and I like to think of them as like afternoon projects. You can create all of these in a very, very short amount of time.
Yeah, we have 3 projects to show you. We're going to show you how to transform a China ball.
Those are really, really fun for parties. We're going to create a really cool sort of message in a bottle, which is also a lamp. Oh, good. Yeah, I guess we should say that too, is that all these ideas are kind of like lighting decor ideas for your home. So
absolutely.
You can light up any of these different projects.
And we have faux candles that we're going to show you how to do also.
Those are so fun too. So,
using all tissue paper on all of these.
So you ready to get started?
Let's do it.
So before we get started, we want to let you know that we will be answering any questions live. So any questions that you have, just let us know and we will be answering away. And when you are doing your own projects, make sure you tag Plaid Crafts and Mod Podge so we can see what you're making.
And please share this video for us.
Yes.
We'd love that. Thanks.
So to get started with our first beachy boho design, and what I like about this too is kind of like spring break is almost here, kind of bringing some of that beachy vibe into the home.
That warm weather look into the house. Yes.
So for this, we started with a plain glass jar, and I'm gonna show you how we got that variegated look. It's very simple to do. And we added some embellishments to it, just some charms and things. And this is one of those corks and string lights, and that turns any bottle or jar like this that has a neck into a lamp super fast.
These are great for tables, for parties, for mantles, all sorts of different places.
And so many people, I don't know if any of you here are in the Mod Podge group on Facebook, but you will see a ton of different bottle and glass designs there. So if you're looking for inspiration, that is a great place to go as well. So I want to show you how we get started. This, I have it stepped out on the back. So this is what the shape looks like. Again, this works on any different one. And I've got some pre-cut squares of tissue paper in 3 different colors. So I've got a light color, a medium color, and a darker blue color. You can go up to 5 colors if you want. You know, if you can find your color palette, we're doing blues, you can do any colors that you want. So I'm gonna start with those squares, and then over the squares, we're gonna use these torn pieces, and that's what's gonna create the feathered edge. So when I'm doing these, I like to start on the bottom, and I go ahead and I add my Gloss Mod Podge right onto the vase or the jar or the bottle, whatever kind of glass thing you're using. And then the fun thing about the tissue paper is you can usually just pick up a piece just like that. So you want to start on the bottom, and I'm not putting very much pressure. You don't need very much, just lightly like that. And that will give you that finished edge by starting on the bottom. And you'll go in and you'll just overlap all those pieces and just keep working your way around.
This is also a great way to recycle your bottles.
Oh yeah.
If you don't want to pick up the bottles at, you know,
absolutely,
a home goods store, this is a great way to recycle those wine bottles.
Absolutely.
Mayonnaise jars,
anything, yeah.
All sorts of glass bottles.
Even you could recycle the tissue paper. I know with the girls' parties, we get so much tissue paper.
Yeah.
So you can see on this side, that's where it's been drying. And we've got that edge nice and clean there. And then on the top, the second part that I do is the top. And that's very easy also. I'm just gonna show you how I add, same deal. You just kind of keep piecing it up and around. And the tissue paper, you just kind of push it and manipulate it with the brush. And don't worry about any of those little wrinkles, because that's really what's gonna add all that good texture to this. Then in the center, you're gonna do your middle color. And that's just very simple to do. Again, you're just gonna keep layering these pieces up and adding more Mod Podge to the top of it. Oop, I got 2 pieces there. Doesn't even really matter if you get 2, you just keep layering them up. So once you have this completely filled with your square pieces. Then I like to go in and add these tissue pieces. Now these are just torn, kind of random shapes. And what you're gonna do is start with your middle color. So you're gonna start with your middle blue shade, and you apply a bunch of Mod Podge, just like so. And then you're gonna put your middle piece down. And normally this would all be covered with our squares. You can just work it right around like that. And you can do this several times, as many layers as you want. The finished design, and I'm gonna show you that in 1 second, is about 4 layers. So you put your medium layer down, then you're gonna come in with your darker layer and overlap over that. And of course, the Mod Podge is gonna dry perfectly clear. And this is the gloss formula. I just like the little kick that it gives it. But
I think the gloss works perfect for these projects with the tissue paper, because it really brings out the color of the tissue paper also.
And then on the top section is where you're going to add, let's see if I've got a littler piece. Here we go. You're going to add the light blue. So you would just keep layering these torn pieces. And it's really, I mean, kids can do that. This is like so simple, but the results are so cool when it's done. And again, don't worry about any of these wrinkles, because that's kind of giving it all that sort of beachy texture. So this is gonna dry clear. Oh, there's my cork there. And when it dries clear, it's going to look just like this. And I wanna spin that around for you guys so you can see how all those little wrinkles and textures really help to create that design. It almost looks like an ocean wave or something.
Ocean wave, or almost like a mountain landscape with the sky.
Well, you can. We've done that with that like dark brown on the bottom. So really, we're doing blues today, but if you love purple,
any color.
Yeah, just get to create this ombre look. And of course, if you know, charms, we went with a beachy theme, but whatever you love dragons.
Accessorize these bottles. It's beautiful. Looks great.
Yeah, very fun. And then you can just turn it on, and there you go.
Okay, so let's move on to China balls. So here's China balls here. This pack came in a 3-pack, a large, a medium, and a small. And let me show you this China ball here. You can see how pretty that is with the gloss. We did the gloss over the whole entire thing, which gives it that beautiful shine and kick. And we use 2 different colors. We use this dark blue and this lighter blue right there in the middle. Now this is confetti tissue paper, and you can find these in the balloon section or the party section at your craft store. And they're these little round pieces, perfectly round pieces, and there are thousands of them.
You get a lot.
In the pack.
And those, sometimes it's called balloon confetti. Like they fill balloons with them for when you're doing those.
In the balloon section usually.
So if you're looking, you can even ask, like, do you have balloon filler? And they might call it that.
Okay, so let's get started. So we're using the gloss on this one also. And I want to show you guys this over here really quickly. Now on these China balls, they have these seams that go down. So this was kind of a great template for us to start. And I finished one right over here. And again, it's the same thing. It's very simple. We're gonna do the dark blue first. And I'm gonna take the Mod Podge, let me move that over. And I'm just gonna go right over this seam. Now I like to work about 3 inches all the way down so I can add this confetti tissue, and just like so, just straight down. Then I'm gonna take the confetti tissue, and like Cathie showed you, you can just kind of pick them up one at a time and just drop them down. So I'm lining that up right over the seam, and then you're just going to seal it with the Mod Podge right on top. Then you're gonna go take the second one and work your way all the way down, and so on. And this you wanna continue all the way down, just making sure you kind of follow that seam. What's great about that seam is it's gonna give us a straight line all the way down to the bottom.
You mean we don't have to measure?
Don't have to measure on this one, folks.
I like that.
Okay, so we're gonna work our way all the way down, and then I'm gonna show you how you're just gonna fill it in. Now this is such an easy way to transform a plain old China ball into something kind of cool and special.
I can see these for parties.
Oh yeah, and again, this tissue paper comes in a lot of different colors. So like we said before, if you're having a party and it's a specific color palette, you can you know, you can choose those colors.
Oh yeah, you can customize it however you want.
Like that. Okay, so you guys get the idea. So I'm working my way all the way down. Oops, I need to add a little bit more Mod Podge. Look at that, I got one on the end, and I'm just gonna flip it over and put it right down. It's that easy. And again, this is kind of fun for the whole family. I find it very therapeutic using tissue paper and Mod Podge.
It's fun, and it's, you know, it's so simple. It's such an inexpensive medium. So I got those giant packs of tissue paper for $1.29 each. So that's what you can really do a lot. I barely used any of it. I only used like 2 sheets out of each pack.
Okay, so now I'm gonna do the lighter blue here, and I'm gonna fill in right here in the center. So I'm gonna go over both of these. You can kind of come on in and take a look. And this is just gonna seal the end. Again, I like to work about 3 or 4 inches down at a time. And this is much more random. So you're going to place your blue ones. I don't like to overlap the blue and the dark blue. So I'm just gonna start off right there and slowly work my way down and finding the position. We'll put one there. This is a smaller China ball, so you're not gonna need as many. And you're just going to kind of zigzag all the way down your China ball, just like that. Oops, I need a little more Mod Podge. Look at that, I love the double work. One side is Mod Podge, the other side is the tissue paper. And then like that. And the other thing is, if you place one down, and you can easily pick these up and move them, you can make a little bit of a mistake, but it really is that simple. So let's add this one on here, and so on. And that's how you do that. Now you would work your way all the way around your China ball. Let me show you this one here that we've done. And this is the final result. Then once you have all of your tissue paper down, I just put a layer of Mod Podge all the way around it, and you can see that shine.
Love it.
Get your
Such
cord.
a good shiny
pop.
Yeah.
Put your light bulb in there, light it up. You can have a whole string of these across the backyard. You can do these indoor also. So it's just a good way to transform a plain old white China ball into something special.
Love it.
Yeah, very good.
So our next boho beachy decor lighting, that's a mouthful, right?
Yes.
Is these really cool sand and tissue paper. These are battery operated candles. And so they're really fun. Again, we're using the 3 different tissue papers, and we're using some sand, and that's a really, really simple technique. So we'll show you how we did that. Before we get started, I want to show you that these types of candles come in 2 different colorways, so white and ivory. And depending upon the look that you want, if you want a warmer look, you want to go with the ivory. If you want a cooler look, you want to start with a white candle. And these candles here, the light blue, have 2 layers of tissue paper. And you can see it's a more solid look with the 2 layers. This is the ivory here, and this is the white. And then this is our dark blue. This is 1 layer, and you get more of a mosaic look that way.
And more of the light coming through, which is beautiful.
Exactly. And then this is our medium blue with 1 layer also, and this is not turned on, so you can see what it looks like when it's turned off. So you get a little bit of those highs and lows, a little bit more of a mosaic look. I think it's kind of nice just to be able to see those different colors popping through. So again, we're just using the squares, super easy. And this is a wax fake candle. And what you're gonna do is apply your Mod Podge directly to the candle. Just like so. And same deal. I mean, it's just the same. Just gonna lay your tissue paper right with that edge and go over it. And then I like to sort of begin a pattern, a random pattern. But this is a really simple way to do the overlapping. So this would be considered 1 layer, even though we're overlapping a bunch of it.
Yeah.
2 layers, you would repeat this whole process again.
And they're both beautiful looks.
Yeah, it just depends upon what you want. Kind of push that up into position. And if you don't quite make your line, it's fine. You just go and you just add another piece right over there.
Yeah. Again, this is a great way to change any type of, living room lighting with different colored, different colored tissue papers. Once again, we're working with blues, but tissue paper comes in a variety of colors.
Well, and
so you can mix and match with pillows, sofas, fabrics, all sorts of things.
Blue is the Pantone.
Yeah.
It's a darker blue than this, but blues are very trendy right now. So you see, you would just keep on going around, very, very simple until you get, oh yeah, here we go. This one's completely done. And you can see where the overlapping happens.
And again, the gloss, the Mod Podge gloss,
gives
really
it that
pretty.
Extra shine, yeah. And now we're gonna show you how to add that cool sand, really bringing that beachy look into your home.
Yes, okay, so here we got the sand right over here, guys. Let me show you this. Here's our sand. We went with a little bit of a lighter sand and a little bit more coarse sand. There's very different types of sand. There's finer sands, darker sands. We went with this color to match.
And in the kids section, you can usually find tons of colored sand. So if you want something that's, you know, purple, you can get purple sand.
So I'm gonna just dump some of the sand on a piece of paper here, like so. And then I'm going to take the Mod Podge, here we go. And it's going to be a random type of brushing it on.
Looks like you're putting on a little thicker.
A little thicker, and I like the highs and the lows of this because I want it to look a little bit more organic and not a straight line. Now, of course, you can do a straight line if you want to. And you want to just make sure that you have enough on there, nice and thick, so that your sand will grab onto the Mod Podge. And you're just going to work your way all the way around until you meet up with your other end, like so. And make sure you hit all areas so that sand picks it up. Okay. Oops, a little dry spot right there, don't want that. Okay, there we go. So now the next step is very simple. Here we go. We're going to just roll it in the sand. I'm going to show you how it comes over on the other side. Look at that, voila. Now, this is one layer, guys. So, meaning you can kind of see the blue underneath that, like so, and that's really, really pretty the way it is. But if you wanted a more solid look, right over here, this is 2 layers. So you can see the difference between 1 layer and 2 layers. This is just a little bit thicker, and this is a thin layer. Now, if you wanted to do a second layer, you're gonna wanna let this dry for about an hour and then directly go right on top of your sand with the Mod Podge again and just repeat the same process. And then let it sit for another hour. If you want it even more heavy, just forget that 3-dimensional look, you'd add a 3rd layer and so on.
And you could even add shells, you could add some of the leather cording around it. You know, this is just sort of the basics of how to do it.
Yep.
And then from there, use your imagination and add your own, you know, bits and baubles to it.
Spruce it up any which way you like.
And turn them on.
That's right, turn them on. So.
Well, thanks so much for joining us today, guys. Please share this video with anyone who likes beachy boho decor. Just to recap, for anyone who tuned in late, we created these really cool light up, I don't know, message in a bottle, I guess you call it, with the beachy look.
Yep, and we also transformed a plain China ball into something really cool, just using tissue paper, the balloon tissue paper right there, 2 different colors.
And of course we have our light up flameless candles, again with that beachy boho decor look. So thank you guys so much. Please leave any comments that you may have, any questions. Please give us a thumbs up, like, share with your friends, and we will see you next Thursday on Make It with Mod Podge.
See you guys.